The Washington Wizards back in Atlanta to take on the Hawks in Game 5, with this series tied up 2-2. That's John Wall before the game taking the bandage off his hand, gripping the ball, getting some shots up. He's back in the lineup after being sidelined with a fractured wrist, and off to a good start as well. 6 points and 2 assists in that first quarter. Now, he played just over 37 minutes in the game, finished with 15 points on 7 of 16 from the field and 7 assists as well. Here later in the first quarter, it's headed the other way. The Hawks in transition. Dennis Schroeder getting it inside to Al Horford. That would put the Hawks up by 4. Now in the second quarter, Jeff Teague to Mike Muscala for the open jumper. That would put Atlanta up 31-23, but John Wall would check back in that game with 5 minutes and 14 seconds left in the half. And the Wizards would go on a 19-8 run to close that half with Wall back in the game. Here he is with the step-back jumper, this time leading the break and finding Bradley Beal for the layup plus the foul. He made that free throw, and the Wizards would be up by 6 at the half. In the third quarter, the Hawks turning the ball over, and John Wall with the over-the-head pass to Beal for the layup. Washington leading the way by 10, but the Hawks would fight back. DeMar Carroll missing the layup here, but Horford's there for the putback jam. Washington still leading the way 51-46, but the Hawks would go on a 10-0 run in that third quarter. Here's Jeff Teague driving, laying it in, and this time Schroeder to Horford for the open jumper. And getting it done on both ends of the floor. Here's Otto Porter getting blocked by Horford. Atlanta leading the way 63-62 after 3 quarters. And heading into the fourth, Nene losing the ball, regains possession. Ramon Sessions finds Bradley Beal for the jumper. He finished with 23 points on the night. And Nene this time getting into the paint and hitting the hook shot. Washington leading by 7. Dennis Schroeder on the other end finding Kyle Korver. He'd knock it down from deep. He was just 1 of 5 from 3. Those were his only 3 points of the game. And it was Al Horford who was the deciding factor for the Hawks. Schroeder kicking it to Horford for the open corner 3. And this time, the extended elbow jumper. Now working inside as well. Horford with the block. Hawks headed the other way. And Schroeder knocking down the jumper. That would cap a 12-0 run by the Hawks and cut their deficit to just 3 in that fourth quarter. John Wall looking for Marcin Gortat. He'd find him, and that hook shot would tie the game at 78. Now Al Horford missing the jumper on the other end here. John Wall diving on the floor, keeping that ball in bounds and getting the timeout for his team as well. 32 seconds left at that point now here. Paul Pierce losing possession. Hawks headed the other way. DeMar Carroll would lay this one in, but the truth would have something to say about that on the other end of the floor. Off the inbounds play here, Bradley Beal to Paul Pierce in the corner, knocks it down from deep to put them up by just 1. He had 11 points in the game, and with 8 seconds to go here, blocked by John Wall. But Al Horford is there for the rebound and the putback. The Wizards inbound the ball here, but John Wall's heave is no good. Atlanta would hang on to win it at home, 82-81, behind Al Horford's 23 points and 11 rebounds. The Hawks now leading this series 3-2 with that win, and Game 6 will be on Friday.